Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, 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 welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you, my friends? Hope we're all well. TikTok, no camera today. I have no idea why it's not working. Definitely working on the YouTube side of things, so if you want to see my pretty face, head over to the YouTube stream. Let's go guys, let's go. Let's smash the like button. TikTok, smash your screen, just don't break it. I'm not liable if anyone breaks the screens. Alrighty guys, let's get ready to rumble. Big day ahead. As always, good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How are we all doing today? Big day guys. Some big announcements to be made moving forward. It's gonna be a big one. Gonna be an interesting stream. It's gonna be a good stream. It's been a fantastic week. It's been a cracking month yet again. Just goes to show what following a plan and following some rules can do, and hasn't it really paid dividends in the end? So after what was a slow start this month, everything's come really good in the past 3 weeks. The first week was a little bit rusty and my first losing week of the year, but since then it's been an absolute hurler of a month. So I've been really pleased with more so the discipline, the patience, sticking to the rules, and yeah, just train the plan, guys. That's all we do. That's what we do with analyze, confirm, trade Forex. Simple process to follow. But anyway guys, let's have a look. We've got some high impact news to come today, fair bit of it too. We've got the Bank of England, the governor speaking, Governor Bailey, so keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure if the pound's going to make much of a move prior to that. Obviously could be waiting in anticipation of what is to come, the rhetoric to come from the speech, whether that is to be dovish or hawkish. That will obviously have a big impact on the pound moving forward. In trading today into later into London and into early NY. Also the big one for the US during NY session, we've got final GDP and unemployment claims. So they're going to be two big ones. So GDP is expected to be greater than the forecast, so that would be deemed good for a currency strength. Reason being, that would suggest that there are more expenditure within the economy. So therefore, if that is to be the case, that's likely going to result to an increase in inflation, more likely than any sort of decrease anytime soon, which would mean that there's going to be less likely to be any rate cuts anytime soon, which could also lead to a strength in the Dixie, in the US dollar, and perhaps a little bit more weakness in some of the majors and also gold. So we've got that to look forward to later. But anyway guys, without further ado, let's get into this. Let's start the analysis, and we will start as always with GJ. Having a look at GJ first. So starting on the weekly time frame, guys, and what we can see is we are forming a very strong bullish candle once again. It does look like it needs to pull back. I know what everyone's thinking, it's at levels it hasn't been at for more than for 20 years or whatever it is. It's quite some time anyway. When was it again? 2008, so 16 years. But doesn't necessarily mean it actually needs to pull back just yet. We need to wait for some sort of confirmation. Have we got it yet on the daily time frame? Have we got a candle closing back bearish? Not yet. Previous daily candle did close quite a strong bullish candle early in, so we are bullish across the board, still bullish on the daily as well. Current probabilities to the upside. Current candle has not created an upper wick, so interesting to see if we do pull back up, flip the current candle bullish, begin to pop above that previous daily candle's high. I feel that point there is likely and a high probability will continue to the upside. Onto the 4 hour time frame. This is a very nasty slow trickle though. So yes, we can see we're in a big uptrend, but there's no real strong impulse other than this just here really, from Friday week, I think I was. It's just been a slow trickle to the upside. So very choppy. I feel it's been very difficult to get some clean entries. What we can see now on GJ though is previous 4 hour, well, we've created a bit of a pullback on the 4 hour. Current candle has a higher low to the previous. Let's see what we've got if we begin to break a high of that previous candle. If there is any options, look for possible buy options above that level. Just going to mark in support. It's a tricky one because where do you mark it in? It's just you've got level after level after level. I'm just going to mark that in for the time being, and I will adjust it once I go down to the M30. I'm marking the highs as well for the time being. Once again, I'll adjust it once I go down to the M30. So that's the current range I'm going to use on the 4 hour. Now onto the M30. I think I'm going to leave it to the downside. I may just drag it across. It's not as deep of a zone. Yeah, see, the issue with the below that level, you run straight into some more support within 6-7 pips of the most immediate support, that previous daily low, the previous daily candles low by the looks of it. Yep, it is the previous daily candles low. So it's going to be difficult to sell below that level, but what we can see just now, that previous 4 hour candles high, just above it, it does look like we've got some relatively clean traffic. 15 is not the worst as well. We've formed a resistance on the 15-minute time frame at that level just there. So for me right now, what I want to see is I'm just going to mark in a zone. Find a zone. Change it to blue so I can distinguish between 30-minute zone and the 4 hour zone. And what I can see is if we begin to pop above that 202.760 roughly, I feel there's a high probability we'll come up towards the current daily candles high, around the Asian session high, around the daily open, and potentially flip the current daily candle back bullish. And if we have the volume momentum, begin to pop above that previous daily candles high. So for me, I'll be looking for potential buys above that level there, 202.758. Buys above. Now, if we do pull back up, flip the current daily candle bullish, create the upper wick, only to reject and start to pop back below. So sweep the current daily candles high, pop back down below at 2300 level, the psychological round number. At that point there, I'm going to be looking for my candle swing price action to execute upon a potential sell option. So sells below that resistance, quite an obvious one. And that is probably it for the time being on GJ. I'm not interested in selling at the current level because he's selling it straight back into support, into consolidation. So to me, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Like I mentioned before, the sells below, and if that was the scenario was to play out, what I probably want to see is, because we're running straight into this to the left-hand side, what I probably want to see is price them actually cut through that mess, make a clean move down, create a new range below, form a support, pull back, and then we start to play within whatever the lowest point of the impulse to the downside was and the level we reject. If we do reject that previous support, and as long as we've got the margin, I'll be looking for my sell options upon price rejecting the previous support upon the pullback. So that is the only time I would consider the sell below the previous daily candles low. But for the time being, I'd be all about looking for the buys. We are still bullish across the board on GJ. There is nothing yet to suggest to me we're ready to make a deeper pullback. So I'm going to be looking for my potential buy options moving forward on GJ. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. If it does, make sure to hit the like button. What's the goal for today on likes? It's always going to be minimum 50. Not that we ever get there, not anymore, but anyway, we'll get there soon. All right, so that's GJ. How's that, guys? That makes sense. Talk to me. Let me know. Gonna be some massive announcements to come later, guys. So stick around. Stay tuned. All right. Clean and clear. Will to wise. Nice one, bro. Appreciate the feedback. All right, so let's move on to gold for the time being. Got just over 5 minutes remaining, just under 6 minutes remaining for closure of the hourly. All right, so looking at gold, it's just looking at it before for the first time. They've been absolutely flat out today. I haven't had time for the charts, to be honest. Looking at the weekly, so we are forming a strong bearish candle, but what I can see is we've tapped into support. So pretty much tapped into what would have been a target moving forward today. So it's going to make it a little bit difficult, in my opinion, to sell into this support. The clearer options will become once we start will come once we start to push below the support here at 22.8780. So for the time being, yes, we are bearish, but due to the level we're at, I'm likely going to be looking for the buys, guys. The daily structure wise, we still remain bullish. We do have counter probabilities to the downside though. Once again, as we can see, we're at a very strong level. We could now drag this down and say below 22.81 is probably where you got some cleaner options to look for the sells. And if we do remain above it, then probably going to look for some sort of catalyst, some form of catalyst to potentially look for a buy from support. So we are technically bullish, but with counter probabilities to the downside. Onto the 4-hour structure, that does remain bearish, guys, and we can see we're right now, right at the lows. We're currently at a support, not too far below it, running straight into another support. Just going to mark in that level. Not going to bother with the level to the downside for the time being. I know I'm not going to be interested in selling it below the low, so I'll just concentrate with the most recent level. What we can see is we're forming a resistance just now, not yet confirmed on the 4-hour. Obviously we've got 3 hours to remain for that, but on the 30-minute we'll see we've got some form of resistance. It's also the current daily candles high, so let's mark that in. Seeing we have created the upper wick, now create a low wick. If we were to continue bearish, we probably not much need to pull back up and break our own high. If we do so, then what we have likely have done is just grab some more liquidity from this major support and begin to potentially pop above a resistance on the M30 that could provide some options to look for a buy. So as we can see above the current daily candles high, it's not the cleanest level. So what I'm going to do is mark in that resistance. And what we can see is above that level, we've got some much cleaner traffic. So for me, what I prefer to see, but it doesn't necessarily have to, because reason being is we're already tapped into that higher time frame support. So it's a little bit different. If you guys can remember what I mentioned, I think it was on Bitcoin yesterday. I wanted to actually pull back, tap into the support before it actually bounced off and made the move to the upside. Similar on gold, however, we've kind of tapped in already. So doesn't necessarily need to pull the way back down to this gray support. What it can do now, if it just pops above the current daily candles high, which is this point here, starts to close above that resistance 23.03, I'd be looking for price to tap back in, reject, and begin to push away from that zone. And for me, that would be a nice option to take the buy in line with, still in line with the daily structure. We're not going to be flipping any other structure for the time being. Not going to be flipping the M30. That won't technically flip until we close above these highs here for the time being. But based off the fact where we are on the chart, if you remember what I always say, got to know exactly where we are on the chart. We want to know where we're going to want to get involved in a trade. And even with the bias being to the downside right now, to me, it doesn't make all that much sense selling it into the support. There is no clean traffic. I'd just rather wait for price to either pull back, to reject 23.02 yet again, to sell it, or pop above it to look for my potential buy options. And that is simply it, likely to be it on gold. So let me just mark it in. Sells below, buys above. Sort of buys above the resistance here at 23.03. Now, I may consider buys from above the 4-hour support. If price does sweep that previous daily candles low, grab some more liquidity from that support down below around that 23.92 and reject, bounce off it, form a little bit of consolidation. Now I potentially could look for my signals in price action for a cheeky little buy from that support. Just playing a range if that was to be the case, but it doesn't mean I just buy it, taps in, unless guys, around the session open or just after session open, we have a candle just melting straight into it without a wick, upper wick, then I may consider a cheeky little buy in anticipation will flip to eventually create the upper wick. So that is gold, guys. Hopefully that is loud and clear. Hopefully that makes sense. Smash the like button, let me know. And yeah, focus. Right now it's GJ. GJ looks closer to an entry. So is there any catalyst to buy it just now? There could be. let's watch this. Eyes on GJ, guys. It's a high 202.756. Alright, I want to see how this candle opens. Like for it to actually pop up first, which is done. I just watched it on my MetaTrader just pop straight up. Give me a quick one. What have we got in 15? I think GJ's valid. If it breaks again, because it's flipped, it's a fair bit of volume in the market right now. I like this. I really like this now. Now that it's flipped back bearish, it's creating more of a lower wick. It's rejecting that resistance formed within the move to the downside within the current daily candle. So now if it begins to break its high, guys, I'm going to look to take a buy on GJ. Stop loss below the M30. And that's my plan on GJ for the time being. So I've got a buy stop order set at 202.77. And let's see. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. TikTok as well. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Let me just clear trades taken. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. We're now pulling back into that range as well. So if we are to continue bearish, no need to pop back up and break the high. And if we do pop back up and break our own high, what we have likely have done is just grab some more liquidity from the downside and should therefore make a decent push. I feel enough to probably give us enough pips to secure some profits anyway. So that would be my plan on GJ. And the longer this takes to unfold, the more likely I am going to remove it and just wait for a 15-minute closure. Discord guys, I will send you a link. All right, so to the person who sent analysis in to Discord, if you're on stream, let me know because I'll have a look at it on stream. It's just a lot easier. It's a lot easier for me to explain it on the stream rather than I don't have the time to do it right now otherwise, to be honest. So if you are on the stream, let me know and I will definitely go over your analysis. Focus, all plan. Nice one. Elias, good morning to you. T-Dog, good morning, man. Brad, that's it. Good afternoon to you, mate. Bridget, good morning to you. Michelle, hey, oh, nice one. Okay, I'll have a look at it if you don't mind. I'll have a look at it on the stream. It's a lot easier. Will to Wise, I'll pop the link in right now into the chat. Apologies. I swear it's like every single stream now I have to send the link back in. I update it, like I update it a couple times a week. All right, have a go at that will twice, see if that works. Vishal, so let me, if you don't mind, I'll have a look at it on the stream. All right, just analysis, couldn't you let me know your thoughts? So in the yellow circle, the wicks were around the same area, then I was looking for a breakout on the upside, then I saw the red candle close below. Like you mentioned, I was thinking to take an imaginary sell, and it took the sell below the previous red candle wick low. Once the green candle came to that price and went down only a bit, 4 pips, the mark pink breakout. Was the analysis correct? Not really, mate, to be honest. This is just consolidation. We don't trade consolidation. This is just nothing. There's no entries whatsoever within this current level. So to me, you're just trading within this mess. There is no confirmation to sell it. First of all, just there is absolutely none. What you need to wait for was really for that to be valid. It would only really be valid up at the highs here around this resistance. So if you got, for instance, handle pushing up, like so, I'm just watching GG and meta trade, guys. Don't worry, I can see it's not close to being entered in. And if it was only to be followed by perhaps that sort of scenario, as long as you had a clean push up to cut through the mess, if that was to be the case, then perhaps that would have been valid. So if you had a nice clean move to the upside only to fake out, close back below, you could also look to see what had gone on the 15-minute. If you could correlate it with a minor support being formed within the catalyst 30-minute candle, goes back below the range, and if price begins to break it, that should be red. That could have been your potential entry to sell it, your potential entry point. So for me, it's not a valid entry, man, to be honest. It's just essentially in consolidation. There is no confirmation to take the entry. So hopefully it makes sense. Tell you what, guys, it's been a frantic day. Absolutely frantic. I meant not looking great. Rajat, Sol USDT. Just let me wait for this 15-minute count to close. Because at that point, I may remove the order and I will take a look for you. Definitely am keen on looking at more crypto, but more so Bitcoin. Because most of the others would just follow Bitcoin anyway. We'll do the analysis on Bitcoin again moving forward. Guys, look at that. Come on. If I had a hat, I'd take it off right now. Because look at that. What did I say yesterday? What did I say yesterday? I wasn't interested in buying it. I think I had a level, first of all, marked in there. I said I'm not interested in buying it unless it pulls back to tap into this level first, which it had not done so. It broke above it. I said would not touch it with bar of soap. What did it do? End up coming back down to tap into that support, strong level of support. There was your entry. At that level marked in. Whether you would have taken it or not, it's a different story. But look what it did. Once it actually tapped in, it made the move up. So, and then it rejected. But that would have been the entry. Absolutely perfect. Yet again. Been on the ball. Really been on the ball this week with levels and that type of thing. Could not have predicted it any better. So that happened well into MY session though. But nonetheless, great to see it happen. Big announcements, guys. Don't go nowhere. Some really big announcements, and one of them is about a few giveaways, and it's going to be a very big one as well. Don't go nowhere, guys, but you need to show your love. You need to support the stream. Will to wise locked in. Nice one, man. You shall all good. Yeah, it's just a mess right now on gold, man. That's all it is. There's no clear direction. Whilst it's consolidating, we just wait. That's simply all we can do. Wait for it to choose what direction it wants to move in, and we come second to the race. We don't have to be the first in line. We come second. We wait for price to decide where it wants to head to, and then we choose how we can get involved. We create some rules, we plan ahead, and react if and when the time comes. So very simple. That's all we do. Alrighty, guys. This rate looks likely that I'm going to remove the order. Vishal, really good, but frantic, really busy. Had many things going on. Had to get a lot of things sorted. Snuck out to the gym. Don't know how I did though. At no time. I was in such a rush at the gym. I was a machine in the gym. Did not make eye contact with no one who wanted to say good day. I just did my thing. Quick little wave to the one or two people that I know and just kept going. Had no time for niceties in there today. But all good, brother. How was yours? Still probably quite young into the day for you. Kaspirio, good day to you. Gold is wild. Price just swinging. Yep. 30-50 pips up and down, screwing both buys and sellers. It's just nasty at the moment. There's no clear direction within price action. To me, it resembles consolidation. Some will try to trade in the 5 minute. Good luck to them. They can make them work. But for me, it's just rubbish at the moment. Well, so I was looking forward to trading US 30 after unemployment comes out late. Yep, that'd be good. Sure, it's going to be having a massive impact on it. Traded it once or twice in my life. But as I do trade MY more often, it will be NAS that I'd rather focus on. Alright guys, I'm likely going to remove the order in just under 3 minutes. And wait for another 15-minute closure. This closes a strong bearish candle, then what the next plan will be, and just reassess as data prints. The next plan will be wait for simply this, and that's your entry. Once that closes above, following candle is your entry. Very simple. Good morning to you. Trizza EU, I will look at it shortly. Waiting to see on GJ. Got to have a look at Sol USDT as well. Hurts me to look at that crypto, really does. But anyway, we'll do it for a friend anyway. Crow, good day to you. Vishal, do I tell you gym guys you trade or just your fan business? I don't speak to really many people in there, to be honest. If I do, it's more about fitness than that. Watching to see how this candle closes on the 15-minute. Sure. 11:40 p.m. and honestly speaking, I am down 300 USD. Isn't it 11:40 a.m.? You're not in India. I'm pretty sure you said you're in India, aren't you? I think it's an error. Last 3 days it was leverage and I should not have done that. So I'm just looking to learn, craft and take smaller positions. Well, that's what you got to do, my friend. You can't over leverage. You've got to treat it like I've mentioned many times. You got to treat it like a business. Ignore the glitz and the glamour of, you know, being able to make really quick profits, because you can, on the flip side, easily drain your account very quickly if you're not careful. So follow the process, my friend, and once you become competent and confident, and that's when you start to up the risk a bit, add more capital to the account, expose yourself to more risk. But for the time being, you just need to chill. AM not PM, yeah, that's what I assumed. But man, it's quite difficult at the moment, and this cow is closing too strong. So I'm gonna remove the order on mine. Now I'm just simply gonna wait and see how this 15-minute candle closes now. Gold, nothing as well. So let's look at Sol USDT. See, we've got the time. All right, so the weekly is weak bullish. It's at a pretty strong support, but also kind of rejecting the left-hand side where the bodies of the candles to the left on the higher time frame. Daily, excuse me, still feeling the effects of the cold a little bit, guys. Daily is actually bullish on this big impulse from just under $100 there to the upside. But what you do have is the previous daily count. We are obviously trending to the downside. Previous daily closed weak bullish. Current daily, if it breaks a lot of the previous, I feel that'd be a good entry point to look for your potential sell options. Also, it's just consolidating a 4-hour. Structure wise, it's technically flipped back bullish. It's not, yeah, you need, in my opinion, it's gonna need you're just gonna need to wait for a closure below this level here. Look in the M30. Excuse me, guys. All right, so I'd use that level. Reason being, because that is a 4-hour support. Not only that, if you start to pop below it, close below it, you're back below this consolidation to the left-hand side as well. Got some very clean traffic to the left. You've had a clean move down, clean move back up. So if that was to be the case, and prices begin pop below 133.50, I would be looking for a sell option on Sol 100%. That's where I'd like to get involved in a sell. It's clean on the M30 time frame as well. So it sells below 133.50. Now, as long as we remain above it, M30 structure, it looks to be technically bearish. So M30 was bearish, so it's a bit of a mixed bag. But I would still look for my signals in price action from the support to potentially buy it. Similar to what I would on any Forex pair. So if it does come down, consolidate after tapping into this support and begins to pull away from that support and break above a resistance formed, then that could be an option to take it back up towards the current daily counts high. Because at the moment it's just range bound. We can see it's just range bound. It's kind of consolidating as well. There's no real clear price action. However, it is sort of bouncing off and rejecting resistance, just up, down, side to side. So for the time being, that would be my analysis on it. Wait for pull back to 135 roughly. Look for your buy options or sells below 133.50. Excuse me, guys. EU is the other one. All right, so once again, starting weekly and still has the potential to flip back bearish. It is now forming bullish, but has a lower high, lower low to the previous, long wick to the upside. Had the previous daily closed back bearish. So I mean, last few days have corrected most of that push from Monday, from the start of the week. We are technically bearish in structure as well on the daily time frame, bouncing off of support though. So once again, similar gold, it's at a very strong level, so it's not going to be easy selling into it. But EU is pulling back a little bit more, so there might be some cleaner levels to sell it from than what we have on gold. Just going to mark in this support. It's obviously bearish as well on the 4-hour time frame. Going to mark in this resistance. That is our current range. Below it, is there any clean traffic? A little bit, not a great deal, but let's just mark in for horizontal. You've got probably enough room down towards that 106.560. So yeah, barely 10 pips, but on EU, that's likely to be enough to give you a 1-to-1. Onto the 30-minute time frame. And just now adjust this across a little bit. what we can see on the M30 is structure wise, it does remain bearish as long as it remains below this. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same level as yesterday when we're looking at on stream. It is. So it's at a level I'd like to get involved in a trade potentially. And if it does pop above that level, so the catalyst being, we're first of all at a higher time frame support, so there is potential for it to bounce off that level. Not only that, at that point there, once we start to close above 107 flat, we're popping above a psychological round number. Not only that, we're also going to flip the 30-minute structure bullish. So you can see how I'm gathering different confluences, guys, to add probability for the buyers to play out. Once we can begin to close above that 107 flat, tap in, pull away from that level, I feel it's a high probability at that point there we will pull back up towards the current weekly candles high and back up towards that 107 15 sort of level. So that would be a potential buy option on EU, buys above. And if you do reject, look on EU, what I'd probably just look for is a strong catalyst, bearish engulfing candle, and that would probably be enough for me just to take a cheeky sell. Yet a really strong bearish closure just now, like so. It's going to be a lot cleaner below this support. That is the safer bet, but just based off the fact that you're rejecting this resistance, you're respecting a 30-minute structure, that could be an early entry, stop loss above the resistance. But if you're to be more conservative, what you probably need to wait for is price to come back down to the most recent support formed on the way up, or one of them. Got a few here. But as we can see below 106,880, it is very clear, a lot cleaner traffic, had a pretty clean move down, clean move back up. It's more probable that price will make a clean move once it does pop below that level there. So it's below 106.88 and buys above 107, sorry. So that is EU. Hopefully that makes sense. Now let's go guys, smash the like button. Sorry TikTok, apologies man. Berwin, how are you? We'll send gold into direction, it definitely will. So I think I can't, I was using an app before for my my mug, my face. Those of you who are not sure what I'm talking about. But yeah, so since I'm not using it anymore, I don't think TikTok I can show my face if Streamlabs is using it for YouTube. So I think you're gonna have to make do without seeing my face for the time being. Cruiser, great, thank you. Pleasure, mate, pleasure. And Rajat, all good, brother. So you're gonna be some big announcements, guys, so please don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You'll want giveaways. I'm gonna give you some giveaways, don't you worry. With that projection. Guys, share the stream, pump the likes. Let's get this baby going. Let's get more people on. GU is, just for anyone who is interested, is very similar to EU, but EU to me looks a lot cleaner. As far as the buys for EU, GU, you're pretty much at a very strong level right now. This resistance, these wicks line up with this whole area consolidation to the left. If I was to drag that across, you guys can see what I mean. So it is a very strong level that GU is at. Buying it above it, you don't have that great deal of margin to the next resistance, so I'd actually be looking for rejection. And if it popped up a little bit higher and gave me my calcium price action, I think that would be probably the better option on GU. Very similar to GU, the cleanest level right now within the range below is below 1.26 to 60 roughly. So that could be your option. Probably got enough, yeah, you got enough margin to look for a sell. That is where I'd be looking for the sell on GU. Gold pushing up. Good. This is good. This is what we want to see. We want to see a move. Well, it's wise. Pump the algorithm. That's it, man. That's it. I need a big streamer from MY session again to mention me. It's one of the only ways to do it. Xauusd gold dropped 50 pips and reversed the entire move. It's just what it's doing, man. It's just what it's doing. So it's risky taking any trades right now. Unless you're a micro scalper trading up than 1 minute, and that's maybe a different story, but that's definitely not me. Like I always mention, do what makes you comfortable in a trade. You don't always need to be involved in a trade. Even if gold pumps 50 pips in a candle, doesn't necessarily mean it was an option for you to take. This is not in no way directed at you, Gbpjpy, but I mean, you guys see, and I just chill, wait. I don't know when it will happen, but if I just wait patiently, there's such a high probability it'll be a nice trade. Well, it's wise, like our Swiss cells. Just take a look for you, buddy. Yeah, I think I agree. I think I'd be looking for the cells. Quickly take a look at the analysis. Maybe not. Weekly has a high, low, high, highs forming bullish. So that would normally suggest to me you're looking for levels of price to pull back to form a support, head back up. But then again, those levels of support should hold. And if not, then there's a good chance that price will make a deeper correction into the current weekly candle. What we've got now is, so this would make me really like the sell option. The daily had closed back bearish. Not only that, it would rejected previous support here to the left, closed below another support here to the left. Current candle has a lower high, lower low. At this rate, I'd probably be looking below the current daily candles low as a potential option. The 4 hour got a little bit support though at that level, and you're running into some more support. So perhaps upon the pullback, structure wise, it is technically bullish. M30 is bearish. So it's a bit of a mixed bag with daily, but I say structure and daily. Don't think I mentioned it. Is bearish. So the bias is neutral. Using daily candle probabilities and M30 structure. At this rate, I would probably like to sell it. It's similar to GU and EU. It's not at the best. I mean, it's at a level I want to sell it, but below it, it's not that clean. You get traffic becomes more cleaner below 1.13250 roughly. A lot cleaner. At that point there is high probability will come back down towards the current daily candles low. But what I probably prefer to see now is if price pop back up, grab some more liquidity, sweep the current daily candles high, and begun to pop back below. At that point there, I feel there's a good chance that you could get some nice options to take a sell back down. Not keen on buying it because you're buying it into this resistance. If that was to be the case, so I'd rather let it create a clean move, cut through some of that mess, pull back, form a support. Once again, be second to the party and take the buy option. But yeah, I'd be on the side of sells as well, my friend. Spirit GU yesterday daily is strong bearish engulfing with the sells if there is any strong rejection from resistance levels. Yeah, very strong bearish. That's what pattern's that, guys? What pattern formation is that? Anyone who has gone through Gbpjpy's course or been in other groups that use pattern formations, entries? Talking about this here, guys. What price action pattern is that? If you get it right, now remember, yeah, when I do the giveaways, you'll have an extra vote and an extra position in the giveaway. You're not even being there twice. No one? Head and shoulder? No, it's not. Oh, I mean, it could be. I don't know. It's not what I'm looking at though. Nah, not really. Head and shoulders is more like this. That's a head and shoulders. I mean, there's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder. It's, yeah, not really. I'm talking about just that little area. That's what I'm focused on. All right, so the 30 minutes close on GJ. We're back below resistance. It doesn't mean I sell it because look at that wick. It's just nasty. To sell it right back into this consolidation, there is no margin. First of all, you could reject at any point within consolidation, head back up. There is no impulse entries for the buyers in my opinion because we're closed back below the resistance irrespective of it being a weak bearish candle. Right now I just need price to close above if I was to look for a potential buy option. Brad, you're close, man. It's the opposite. You're very close, but it's the opposite. It's an evening star. Morning star comes from the bottom. Evening stars from the top. Yeah, that's it. Evening star. Good job. Go on, move. Moving, yeah. You'll blow resistance though. It's good though it's at this level because now if it closes above it we can look for our options to buy. If it closes below it there's going to be options potentially to sell it, so it's good that it's moved to a tradable level. I don't have any catalyst just yet to buy it or to sell it. Maybe on the 1 minute we might have a delayed breakout entry, but it's not really breaking out, to be honest. Breakout would actually technically be above that point there. It's more an impulse entry. Technical definition of breakout is when price creates in an uptrend a higher high to the previous high, and in a downtrend price creates a low low to the previous low. We are in a downtrend. So just be more an impulse entry. It is a 15-minute bearish wick. So I think I need to see a little bit more than just an impulse to the upside. I probably need to wait for a closure. Play it safe, guys. TikTok, apologies for not paying attention so much to you guys. Monty, good day to you. Good morning, my friend. All good, guys. No FOMO whatsoever. Need to wait for confirmations. Right now it's on tender hooks. It's in a downtrend too, guys. It's in a pretty strong downtrend. Good at current weekly as well. It's forming a very strong bearish candle. So we need confirmations. We need closures. Impulse entries that won't suffice at this point. When you train against a trend, you want it to be really good. So to have greater confirmation, that means wait patiently for counter closures. Exactly right, Wiltwise. You spelt it exactly as it should be spelt. Get paid to wait. Very simple. Not many professions out there that will pay you just to sit and wait and chill. What happened in the NBA draft today? Did Bronny James get picked up? Sorry guys, I just want to see. Does it say? Does it? Does anyone know? Headed to the Lakers? No, it was a day ago, so it's not. Is it confirmed? Then maybe he didn't get picked up. See, look at that rejection now. What I mean, if you took an impulse entry right now, you'd probably be shitting the bed, probably cutting part of it, if not the whole thing. We just wait patiently. But this just be a liquidity grab. So we've now broken the high of the daily candle. We've created a higher high in the daily. If we just grab liquidity from this previous level, this zone to the left hand side, and if we do remain below it, then we're going to be potentially looking at sells for London Open. What's wise, didn't you get drafted first round? Oh really? So I think that means tomorrow when they do this, I'm pretty sure tomorrow they do the second round, if I'm not mistaken. You'll get a contract, undrafted contract with the Lakers and so on, for sure. I guarantee it. Alright, look at gold now. And it doesn't mean we could just sell it. It's not a 4-hour level, guys. To me, it's not a 4-hour resistance. Had it been a 4-hour resistance and we popped straight up, like the trade I took on Monday, I would have looked for a sell option. But that requires it to be at a 4-hour level. And look at that. Wow. What I mean, guys, I could teach you guys a shit ton, an absolute shit ton. But the issue with training is and I'm not having a go, but most of you don't have patience. That's the reality. Too many times when I speak to people, they need to be involved. They sit there, they feel like they need to be involved in trades all the time. What do you think now? Can I buy it? Can I sell it? Just chill. That's what you need to do. Just chill. Have the plan. Wait. First of all, it's in a downtrend, so impulse entry shouldn't be on the radar, to be honest. And second of all, you just need to patiently wait, because if it rejects, you're likely going to get a nice option to sell in line with the actual direction of the weekly and the actual bias itself. So RP impulse buyers, exactly. Will Wise, imagine chasing that one. I mean, look, I've done it in the past for sure. When I was, you know, young, immature, a bit of a cowboy. I got sick of it. I got sick of throwing away cash for nothing. Brokers used to love me. I used to be their favorite client. And they call me all the time. I'd have, especially on a Wonder. They were the days when I was with my Wonder. I had a customer service manager who was managing my account for me, or watching my account for me. and he used to call about once a month to see how things were going. I swear to God, it was like, I don't know, I used to just keep topping up cash. So I probably blew a lot more accounts than what I know, because in fact I just kept topping up a little bit here and there. But they probably loved me for it because I just kept giving me money for nothing. Vishal, I have patience, but I don't have an edge. Well, you need to just watch me trade, my friend. Once again, I have some big news to come, so it might interest you. I'm a really patient, rule-based trader. I rely on confirmations. I learned broker structure, fair value gap liquidity from a mentor in India, but still there are so many doubts I have that my mentor can't make clear. I can find an edge that works for me, and I can wait any help. Yep. Well, hopefully I can help you out with that, but yeah, I mean, it's a pity because obviously you've already had a fair bit of education when it comes to trading, and I assume if your mentor was a really good mentor, then hopefully he would have ironed out all those doubts, but unfortunately he hasn't. So but it is what it is, man. Not everyone, it's not going to resonate with everyone, no matter what group you join, whether it be, you know, my group, someone else's group. It may not necessarily click with you. You might not be able to make it work. You might find someone else that you know who has plenty of experience, who shares their knowledge, and who can help you. It just depends. Some people understand certain ways more than others. Like for me, for instance, the 1 minute, 5 minutes, it's just too messy, too much data. I can use it as confluence, but no way would I just trade based on it. I mean, up to 5 minutes, there's probably guys in cells right now. Well, I'm looking at the higher time frame, and that to me is a mess. I suggest that if we close back bearish, you could get sell options. But you just need to wait. GJ's broke the high of the previous M30. Oh shit, it has. Alright. All good. Not interested in the impulse entry in that as well. Why that candle closed. All good. Could be potential options at London for a buy. Not so keen on limit orders in this case. It's not the cleanest as well on the M15. We'll see. Maybe, we'll see. But in all honesty, what I want to see right now is in the next minute and a half, once again for education guys, would love for gold to close this 15-minute candle like so. Then to be followed by, see me draw this up how often, but it works, this shit works. Followed by a really weak bullish closure with a decent weak T upside, because what that does is create minor support just below resistance. The M30 candle is still going to close back a pretty strong bearish candle. The M30 will look like so. And then using our counter probabilities plus added confluence of a break of that minor support after the new candle creates up, we can begin to break. That's the entry. One of my favorite ways to get involved. So that's what I want to see. Next 41 seconds, or next 40 seconds, I want this thing to drop and close near its low. Franco JJ's yeah, sorry for that. Xpiro for gold. Where is the next resistance levels after 23.04? Well, be a little bit wary of that. There's a level price could reject. As far as levels though, it is a 30-minute sport. I just looked to the left to see where were we above that level. Where had we last formed some support? We've got a little bit higher up. We've got this level here. So I'd say 23.06. Yeah, I think that'd be a reasonable target. And then if you do have the volume momentum, there's a good chance to come to 23.15. All right, how'd the 15 close? Yeah, pretty strong. So we need this candle to now flip back and close a weak bullish candle. If it goes just now, just goes. It's got an upper wick, guys. Anyway, I'm not interested. Gold is just tearing people's accounts apart. Literally, that's what it's doing right now. Tricking people into buys, it's tricking them into sells. Yes, it may work, but I'm not keen. I'm not keen on this. No real confirmations just yet. You just need to chill. Very simple. All right, so it's 53 on stream. Guys, while you're here, listen to this. Don't go nowhere. I will be making some massive announcements a little bit later after London Open. Not only that, there will be some massive giveaways, and I'm talking really big giveaways to come. Obviously not today, but I will announce it today moving forward. But don't go nowhere, guys. Just support the stream, follow the stream. You're gonna learn a shit ton if you just chill on the stream. And we're just waiting. Potential buys on GJ as well. Potential. Now, on the flip side, if GJ creates a minor resistance just here on a 15, this is kind of what I want to see on gold. Nice strong candle. And if this create a minus resistance, so close back weak bearish, preferably I want to see it tap in though to retest this zone we've just broken. Have we tapped in on the 5-minute? No. So if that was to be the case, and then we begin to break above the catalyst candles high at London Open, I would look to take that buy. Fisher. Yeah, I don't know if that's the best thing to do, man, but pinch view with some other streams. You can't send links in anyway, so I'm not sure how you do that, to be honest, but I appreciate it anyway. Dawn, good day to you. GJ, right now I think GJ looks probably the goods. Gold is still potentially okay if this closes back a weak bullish candle. There could be options to sell it London Open, breaks that pause just here. But at this stage, I think GJ looks a little bit better. I want it to tap in and close a weak bearish candle, then I can look for a buy at London Open. James, hope you're well, brother. As always, welcome. Pleasure to have you. Guys, just give me a minute. I need to quickly do my thing. I'll be back in 1 minute while I wet myself. All right, that's better, guys. TikTok, how are we? G'day, guys. G'day. See, there's quite a few of you on stream. B3 TTS. I'm not in nothing right now, but I'm waiting for a potential buy on GJ at London Open. Sell. I'm not in a sell, Dinaga. Not in nothing just yet. I'm just chilling, just waiting. This counter closes weak bearish at the open on the 15-minute. I'm going to look to buy GJ's, begins to break the high. The M30 is still going to be closing above. I want it to close weak though, weak bearish, the M15. So this M30 still closes near its high. That's a strong catalyst. It's broken resistance, formed at support after tapping into the 4-hour support. That would be my catalyst to buy it. Gold. I want to see this 15 close a weak bullish candle. And as long as the new candle creates the upper wick, I may look to sell gold as it breaks the low of the current candle. Potentially. GJ looks better though. This gold is pretty much back at consolidation. I like the fact that it's tapped into this resistance and rejected. Yeah, we'll see. B3 TTS. Market's moving. I'm just calling you. I think that's a piss take on bets. Markets are moving crazy last couple of weeks. Yeah, just requires patience, man. That's all. Been a heap of news about. It's been a good few weeks for myself, so can't complain. Cheers for the follows, guys, on TikTok. Appreciate it. Maybe you guys like it when I don't show my face, because there's more on stream today than what it's been for ages on TikTok. That's all good. You want to see my face? Just jump across to YouTube stream. Alright, YouTube, we've got 16 more likes to get to the first goal. Help a brother out. Please help a brother out. There's... yeah, 16 likes. 3 more. So we're scoping GJ's buys, guys. Potentially 6 minutes remaining. Want this candle to close back weak bearish. This is good. 5 minutes. We don't want to flip now though. Last thing we don't want to flip. We want to close weak bearish, and then I'm going to be looking for that buy at London Open. Richard, if you don't mind, can you please discuss previous few trades taken with your trading style? Previous few trades taken. What did we take yesterday? Yesterday we took gold sells. I mean, my trading style, man, I've got many different entries, but I'm a high confirmation type of guy. So what that means is I prefer to wait for closures rather than impulse entries. Doesn't mean I'll never take an impulse entry, but it has to be very right for it. Yesterday we got, where was it? Gold sells. Took 2 gold sells actually. One was break even here for the MY stream. The gold sells just here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's this candle. This candle broke a lot of that support. Flip back up. Why does it look different today? The entry was here, I think. The entry was just below that candle's low. What happened was this candle had closed below the support here to the left. That was my catalyst. The new candle popped down, just broke below the previous, did not enter without the confirmation of the upper wick. Waited for it to pull back up, creates upper wick, entered as a broke its own low again. That went straight to TP, no drawdown. Secured profits on that one. Eventually came back up to take the small runner out. That was the last trade. I mean, just follow me, man. Just watch, and you'll see what I mean. I've not lost. I don't want to jinx it. Touch wood. Not lost this week. Last week was the only losses were taken the first trading day on Monday. I worked out this month. I think it's 14 wins, 5 losses, and 2 break evens for this month. The month prior to it was even better. The month prior to it was really good. Went on a 15 trade win streak last month. All right, this is all right. This is looking good on GJ. Get ready, guys. Just, what is the high of the M30? Oh god, don't flip now. Come on, man. DJ, what you doing, my friend? Don't do this shit with 2 minutes left. Gold, this is too strong of a candle closure to the upside for us. Look to sell it on the break of support. So, all right. So what's the high? Go to 89. Ah, man, GJ. What you doing? It happens, guys. Not much you can do. And I'm not interested in limit order. Brings means we've tapped in, rejected. We would have had to have taken the 15. The only way to get involved for me is break above the 30-minute catalyst high at this stage. We've had the 5. That's perfect. 5 minutes closed above, tapped in, rejected. The new candle doesn't need much of a low wick. It's still valid, but do we have the margin? Just depends where his candle closes. It's still valid. Reason being is we've had that retest, that break and retest on the 5 minute. And stop. EJ. That's what it is, guys. Sometimes all it is waiting 2 minutes, and sometimes it's gonna make the move, but I mean, there's a good chance it's going to leave a decent wick in the next 50 seconds to the upside. New candle's going to likely create a low wick and you're going to get stuck in drawdown. So just chill. You still might get the option. Still might get the option above the high. Yeah, God's closing back too strong with bullish candle on the 15. So eyes on GJ. Eyes on GJ, guys. Potential buy on GJ moving forward. TikTok? No, I'm not in. Want this candle to open up. Create a bit of low wick. I may consider buying it above the high. Look at that. That's why I didn't want to get involved. Once again, hence why I didn't want to get involved, because look at that quick drop. Right into drawdown had you been in the trade. So for me, the only entry is if it begins to break the high. That is the only entry. And to be honest, I don't feel you got the margin. You got 8 pips. Really need this count to close not so high up, in all honesty. Tapped into his support. So stop loss. Stop loss would be about 20. Honestly, it's not great. Gold. Yeah, gold now you need to wait for a bearish M15. Alright. Cheeky little GJ buys are possible. I don't like it too much, in all honesty. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you'd probably want to be in 12 pips above the high of that candle. And that would be a target. So I would say, what is on my broker? Go 2.865. That is probably where you'd be looking to potentially enter. But bear in mind, you've got like 8 pips to resistance. Not even 7. It's not ideal. In all honesty, it's really not ideal. No, I'm not into Trizza. I'm not in. Not in. It's not the cleanest range. You don't have that great deal of margin as well, to be honest, because you need to consider this as a potential rejection point. You've obviously rejected the 4-hour resistance, you've formed a support, you've rejected again, so that provides that then is another minor resistance within the range, and that is less than like 7 pips away from the entry. So to me, this is just shit house. This is literally trying to find something for the sake of it, so I'm not even going to put it up there, because this would not be a trade I'd be taking. What I needed was for that candle to close back weaker, not so far into the range, because that just eats at the margin. The limit order, yeah, wouldn't be in that keen, to be honest, because I don't feel we necessarily need to pull back that far, because we've already pulled back, retested that zone. So essentially what we should do, if we're likely to do, if we broke the high of the previous, there's a high probability it will just shoot straight up. But look at it now. So when you're looking at 15, it's not that clean to the left. So to me, it's just not a high probability entry. It's not a quality entry. It's a decent entry, I understand it, but it's not perfect. It's not great. And I'm a perfectionist. That's why I feel I'm a competent trader, to be honest. George a comment 1996, your entry 2298.97. You're in a buy on gold. Well, you're looking pretty good. Just be careful though, because in my opinion, it's tapped into a target. It's tapped into the resistance, and right now it's rejecting it, respecting it. So I'm looking for sells. I just need to wait for a confirmation now. The 15 closed strong right near the low of this support. I'm going to be looking to sell it in 10 minutes. Good day to you, my friend. Good day, mate. Come on, guys. Let's get likes up. I want to get to 50 likes before I make the announcement. TikTok. Look me up on YouTube as well. If you can't find me on TikTok. I wasn't on a stream yesterday on TikTok. I'm on YouTube daily. We took a nice win on gold yesterday. Bought a nice win on GJ as well, which some took. And it's been a fire week. We've had wins all week, no losses. Eight and a half minutes remaining. Well, just over 8.5 minutes. Let's see, guys. All right, we've got how long until the 15-minute closure? About 8 minutes, 7 minutes. So let's quickly look at Bitcoin. That is one asset class we're going to be looking to trade firmly moving forward. So far, the one paper trade we've taken was a win. Looking at it on the weekly, it's forming a strong bearish candle. Still at a very strong level of support though. For me, very difficult selling into support, but once you go down to the lower time frames, that might suggest otherwise. You might have potential options upon the pullback. Daily looks good to come down a little bit more. We've got the previous daily closing back bearish. Current candle is a lower high, lower low. First target would be, it's not a great deal of margin, but first target would be that 62.50 roughly. So it's about 100 and what, 100. Sorry, that's about $500 drop, $470 drop roughly from the current level. So there's enough to grab some sort of pips, some sort of trade to the downside amongst that. Now, the 4 hour is bearish. Daily, by the way, structure wise, we're still bullish from this big impulse. 4 hour structure is in fact bearish. And what we are currently doing is breaking a support formed on the 4 hour, breaking a support here to the left as well. So let's just mark, actually let's just mark in a zone. We're at a pretty strong level on Bitcoin. 30-minute structure is, by the looks of it, technically bearish. Tricky one, is bearish. All right, so for me, we've tapped into this level multiple times, and we're running out of steam. We're showing signs of exhaustion at the current level to the downside. So if I was to consider a sell, what I'd want to see is a really nice strong closure below 66.50 right now. Tap back in, rejection, look for the sell option. Aside from that, I mean, they went in the microphone. Lost the stream for a second. Apologies, guys. live streaming. Anything can happen. All right, so if we respect the current level low and see we are exhausting to the downside, if we begin to consolidate the current level and start to pop above it, then you could almost look for a buy from lower down. You are at a 4 hour support at a strong level. Otherwise, resistance pullbacks to that level there, and pullbacks 61.50 roughly. Look for price to reject for a potential sell option. That could be the play. and potential buys above that, seeing that is one of the most recent resistance were formed on the way to that support. So if we bounce off support and start to close above 61,250 roughly, then I feel at that point there, once we create that higher high from the support, we're likely going to create a bigger pullback within the range above, potentially flip the 30-minute structure back bullish above 61,560 and continue to the upside. So that's what I'll be looking for on Bitcoin. Yeah, BTC. GJ rejecting. So once again, guys, hopefully I spared some of you a loss. We're looking for the buys. And gold, not ready just yet. Sam, good morning, man. Good morning from, or good afternoon, good evening from Melbourne. Luba, good day to you on the TikTok. Will gold go up this morning? Look, it's at a strong level of support. It's actually tapped into it, so it is a potentially level for it to bounce off. However, it is kind of now pinging between the support and this previous support, which could act as resistance to the left hand side there on a daily time frame. As we can see, the 4 hours tapped into some support here to the left, potentially has some room come down a little bit lower. So what would make me feel more comfortable, to be honest, if it to look for the potential bigger correction buy, would be if this candle actually closed back maybe a weak bearish candle, followed by another candle which closed back bullish above the resistance, and that will require that, like, into MY session, this type of scenario to play out. And then in a few hours time from now, so after a couple 4 hour candles print later on in the day, that's when I'd start to trust that we could make a deeper pullback as we begin to break the high of that 4 hour catalyst that closes above a resistance formed. I mean, aside from that, if we do start to close above 23.03, I feel there is options to look for a buy. Anticipation price will make yet again a deeper correction before it could eventually reverse once again, form a resistance. It is in a downtrend, so when in a downtrend, don't be greedy when you're looking to counter trend. Take counter trend options. Reason being, it could do at any point reverse, create a resistance, head back down, and make a strong move in line with the trend. It's highly probable. So I always suggest not to be greedy when it's counter trend trading. What will give me more confirmation that we may make that deeper pullback and continue to upside is if we make an impulse up, pull back to retest that support, respect it, and begin to bounce, move away. And at that point there, you can probably look for your catalyst once you form that support back above previous resistance for your buy option. All right, let's watch gold. Is there going to be potential sells? In the next minute and 40 seconds, I want this thing to close right near the low of that bullish candle, and then I might line up a sell. What is the low? Well, it's not flipping back anyway, so not looking likely at the moment. Cheers guys for the flows, TikTok, appreciate it. It's good to see more on stream today. I will try to stream daily on TikTok, but if you can't find me on TikTok, just look me up on YouTube. There should be a link somewhere in my profile. I'm not sure if you click on links in TikTok, but if not, just copy and paste it. All right, so this thing's not going to close strong bearish. I think it might be announcement time, guys, but there's not as many on YouTube right now. Smash the likes, guys, smash the likes, and we get a few more on stream.
Hey, Justin.
Mr. Phil, how are you, brother?
Doing alright. How about you?
Yeah, all good. All good. Just chilling. Not much happening.
Yep.
How about yourself? You taking any trades or?
Not really.
Mm.
I was looking at one opportunity on a GA, but it has a support, so nothing really there.
Yep. It's below that level. It's at a
Yeah.
it's at a strong support.
If you check out, it's at the 4 hours. It's a 4 hour support level, so
Yeah. The buy is
it's
above that
nothing.
level though. Look good.
It's not. That's an alarm going off. Where is the? That's on EJ. So I was looking for the buy above the current 1 hour candle on EJ as well.
Oh, okay. Above the resistance here.
Yes.
That looks okay, based off the hourly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little tricky though, because it's just consolidating the M30. Hourly looks a little bit better. It is consolidating on the hourly, but above that level looks cleaner.
Yeah, I was hoping this other candle, the candle that closed a little weak bearish, would close above there, but
yeah,
it rejected back to close. Because if it closed above there, it would have made the 2 hour candle really good. But
yeah, the 2 hour would have looked good.
Yeah.
But if you're trading off the 2 hour, then I suppose you could just have your stop loss below support.
Yeah.
What you would have wanted was for this candle to close engulfing, and then you that could have been your catalyst.
That's what I was expecting, but it rejected to close just a little bit below the high of the previous candle. So
yeah,
it's a little tricky.
Yeah, it is. BJ bouncing yet again. Yeah, for me, it's very risky right now. It's really risky on GJ. It's a strong closure on the M15. So again, in accordance to my rules, in accordance to this thing, which is getting a massive upgrade, in accordance to that, I need to wait for a closure. So simple. Just take out the emotions of trading. It's just simply my rule, which suggests I need to wait, and then I can take the entry. If it goes in the meantime, so be it. Not fast. Rules are there to protect us. That's what they're there for. You stick to them, you're more than likely going to be on the right end of things. But not stress it enough.
Yeah.
Richard?
GU seems to be retracing today, but I'm not interested in those buys.
That's Richard just asked about potential buys. I just don't see it on GU. I think what a lot of people do is they just purely look at the way one or two candles are printing. They're ignoring what's all to the left. They're ignoring what level they're at. They're ignoring a higher time frame picture. That previous daily candle. I think people get too excited by just the way one or two candles print and they feel like, right, we're going up now, we're going up. And yes, it could go up, but the amount of times I've seen this thing and then shit the bed and end up heading back down in line with the trend of the current weekly, the current daily, previous daily, the overall bias and structure. I mean, countless times. I'd be a millionaire if I could, you know, had $1 for each time. So I just don't see
the
it
structure for GU. The structure is just purely like bearish at the moment.
Yeah.
On the higher time frame. So yes, I was anticipating the sales all week, and I got them. I got it yesterday, so I'm not interested in those buys. For anything, I'm looking maybe for a continuation sale. So if that will come, then fine. Otherwise,
yeah, I agree.
nothing.
I agree 100%. DJ making a move. That's all right, just without the right confirmation for me. So just chill, because again, I just reassess. I know it's approaching a level of resistance that I can get potentially involved in a sell option. If it pops above that resistance, there could be options to buy it, so it's all good. Leo, more into you. Seems like quite boring day so far, yeah. Vishal, the M30, can I know why we could not have taken a sell on the previous candle, closed below the range? So the wick went very high, came back below range. Doesn't it say sellers are in control? Are you talking about gold? Because it tapped right into this consolidation, and it's, look at it now, it's just rejecting. That's not a strong enough confirmation. It's rejected, but it's right back in that middle of that consolidation, so I need to see a little bit more. So what I want to see is that minor support form, which is what we've got, and below that level in the 15-minute, to me it's a much better option now. It's now consolidating just below the resistance. So your options right now on gold is probably simply to wait for it to either close below the support, so close below 22.9950, or close above the resistance here at 23.03, and then you're going to be looking for a potential buy option. Just because it popped above a resistance and failed to close above it doesn't mean we just sell it once it counter closes back bearish. I mean, look at it now, you'd be stuck in drawdown if you did. But the area to get involved, if you were to get involved, is upon continuation of that candle's low, the catalyst candle's low. In anticipation, you got the volume and momentum, and price is likely going to head back down to the next support, which is this point here, 22.9750. So right now, there is no confirmation to sell it. There is no confirmation buy as well. It's simply a matter of waiting. As candles print, I just reassess. That's all I do. I want a new game plan. Wasn't happy with GJ. Wasn't happy with that 15-minute candle. It's all good. All in here. It saves me countless times. I got all this up in my head. That's getting a massive makeover to that. I mean, I sort of announced that the other day. Only 40 on stream. YouTube, what you guys doing? TikTok, jump across to YouTube. So I'm waiting on gold now. That looks it.
Hey, good morning.
Franco, man, how are you?
Hey, fine so far.
That's it,
And
man.
you?
Yeah, all good, just chilling, just waiting. I mean, things are moving without the right confirmation. GJ's just made a bit of a move. Not sure if we would have given 10 pips though. Yeah, just by the looks of it. Maybe. Depends on how much you count for spread. But yeah, nothing, man, nothing much. How about you?
Yeah, also, so I'm a little bit cautious right now on the G pound pairs at the end.
Yeah, with the
Waiting
news.
With the news, correct, this one.
Yep.
This one issue. And additional also on GU, I have looked into the daily candle, and the former daily candle was
Very
big strong.
Correct.
And I put then my Fibonacci in.
Yep.
And right now we are on the 60%.
Yep.
So I put it in the other way around, Justin. So
Yeah.
I started from
That's fair enough.
the bottom. Yeah. And we are reaching right now the 0.6 level, or we have already reached it more or less.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting at the end for sales.
Yeah, I agree. It's against the trend. It's against the strength of the weekly candle. I would definitely not be interested in buying it just now. Just patiently wait for the option to, if it presents, to sell. And if it doesn't present, well, then maybe tomorrow you're gonna have options to buy it if that's to be the case, or later into NY. But for the time being, to me, it's just there is no confirmation to look for a buy. Absolutely none.
And you see also the liquidity grabs that they are doing
the
right
wicks
now. So the wicks. So you see that something is not good. A good price action at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty ordinary price action. Yeah, it's the same on everything. Gold's likewise. It's very similar at the moment. Just needs to decide. Needs to either close above or below, and then I would get involved. But at the moment, it's just not doing either.
Yeah, and also the area you marked, so it's more or less in the middle of our range a little bit. Let me say in this way. It's also not that clear.
No, it's not. But it's. I still feel if it does begin and pop below that 22.99.50, there's a high probability it's coming back down to at least that support. Whether or not it gives you the margin, because the thing is, it may close too far down. That's another story that remains to be seen. But if it closed just below, then I would consider it. 2.5 minutes left. Let's see. TikTok, guys, you rock. 20 new followers. I appreciate it. Him? Any trades taken? Not yet, man. Not yet. Scoping, we're scoping Gbpjs and gold. Been scoping for both the buy and sell, but it's just not presenting. Gbpjs had a plan, but this candle just pushed a little bit too far in the last minute. Right to its closure. So yeah, would have maybe got the chocolates just, but it ate into the margin, to be honest, so I wasn't that keen on it. Just very choppy area as well. All right, YouTube is only 37 on stream. What is going on? How can I make the announcement? We've done it earlier. Well, the first main one is the course is getting a major overhaul. It's going to look really good, really professional. I can't wait for that. Yeah, that will be something to look forward to moving forward. I mean, the main announcement, guys, is... Where is it? Let me find it. So many tabs open, it's ridiculous. It's hidden somewhere. Well, this is the main one. The Forex Academy is open. The VIP is open, guys. It is open. So there is a code though. So what I'm doing is I'm giving 30% discount, and this will be for life for the first month for the OG members. So the link is down below. What that gives you is access to the VIP chat, exclusive educational content. I've pre-recorded quite a lot, but I'm going to definitely add to that heaps more, hours and hours. London session Zoom calls. You get access to the Zoom call. You get access to members only MY calls, which will be minimum twice a week, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 times a week. There will be signals. I will call what I see when I see fit. 24/7 support, obviously, and weekly webinars and weekly accountability sessions. What I really think is a big one in amongst this exclusive educational content and also VIP, I suppose. I even got it here. Is actually, I don't think right here is a weekly get together where it's an educational session, and you guys get, basically the floor is yours. You choose a topic, and I would just educate on that topic for however long it takes, 30 minutes to an hour, whatever it takes. You guys can ask me questions. It could be on an entry type, it could be on trade management. It could be on anything in particular, and that's going to be a big one. Also sim sessions, things like that. So right now there is a 30% discount, so it ends up being $35 US. I pay the taxes on that, so pay a fortune to the company WOP as well, so I get peanuts in all honesty, but I feel it's great value. Link is down below in the description. So is the discount code. It's, what is the discount code? Let me find it. Discount code is OGVIP in capitals. OGVIP is the discount code. So,
and looking great, absolutely. So very, very good stuff in.
Appreciate it, man.
What,
yep.
what are you planning for the webinars?
The webinars is going to be the weekend where I'll jump on and do the weekly breakdown of what I want to see at the beginning of the week. Also, we'll do accountability sessions so people can jump on and let me know how the week's gone and hold themselves accountable. I can give them ideas and opinions of what they can maybe do differently moving forward. Also, once again, there'll be an educational once a week members only call, which will be recorded, and that's purely for educational purposes, where, for instance, if you want to come on and ask me about we're going to start calling entries different names. For instance, if it's, I don't know, entry type 4 or whatever, and you want more clarity on it, you can ask me, can we please go over that today? And I will spend 30 minutes to an hour, however long it takes, explaining it until it's, you know, well implanted into your heads as to what to look for. So plenty of content, plenty of value within there. So have a think about it. Like I said, but for the next month, you get that 30% off, and that will be carried through for however long you stay on board.
Yeah, and there was also the your course at.
Yeah, that's still there, that's still a bit that's separate. That's totally separate.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
but yeah, the educational content is slightly different.
Okay, great.
The course may I may include it at some point, but I just, yeah, it's kind of not fair for the people who've already bought the course. So that's it, guys. Hopefully, yeah, let me know if anyone has questions. Let me know, send me a DM or whatever. I'm happy to answer. Yeah, appreciate the support. I still will be active in the free group, but from now on, the analysis and all that stuff will be going into VIP. Plus, the VIP will be getting a lot more than just what I was giving out in the free group, and I was giving out a shit ton in that free group. We're waiting on gold, still nothing. DJ's come back. Don't forget there's a lot of news to come, guys. Heaps of news. And now giveaway. The giveaway. Sorry, I forgot to mention the giveaway. Well, one of the giveaways will be moving forward next week. Someone will be granted access to the VIP for at least a month. I'll have a think about it. Because I'll probably draw it next Wednesday. In the meantime, I have to think about it. It'll be at least a month, so the winner will get free VIP access. But the main giveaway, which I'll do towards the end of next month, will be a funded account. I will pay for a funded account, probably about a 10k account. So all I ask is for you guys to keep following me day in, day out, show some love. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give back heaps, absolutely heaps. So I think that's really good value. First of all is the access to VIP. First giveaway. Second giveaway is a funded challenge account. And $35 is like just a little bit more than $1 a day, less than a cup of coffee a day, obviously. I was paying 250 US a month for 15 months, and then I was paying £33 for quite a while, for about 3 years. So I paid a heap for my education. It's hardly a drop in the water. $35. And I highly recommend it for people who have problems with emotions and feeling like they need to always get involved, people overtrade and things like that. Because you'd be trading with me heaps, you'd be trading me live daily, and for the most part both sessions. So you learn a lot about patience. You'll start trading a lot less, which might seem boring, but trust me, you'll be a much better trader for it. You'll make a lot more cash, I guarantee you, because you won't be exposing your account to as much risk. You'll only be taking quality entries, high probability entries. Yesterday on NY, at that time, it was right at the beginning. There was only about 5 people on the call. Called a gold sell, which was perfect, pretty much perfect, but unfortunately it took me out just before it made the move. It took me out break even when it got into about 8 pip profit. I had my reasons to go into break even. It was, where was it? It was just here. On the 15-minute, that's it. It was on the 15. Because I had no upper wick. It was based off a bit of a 5-minute strategy, but still had the confluence on the 30. But I went to break even. It just would have made the move, but eventually stopped me out, then made the move just after it, and then rebounded. So good trade management. That's one thing you learn a lot about as well, is trade management. So Leo, thank you. Community helps with patience and emotions. It definitely does. I've always been a part of a trading community. Always. Now I've just started my own. That's the difference. I've always been a part of a trading community. We're just chilling, guys. We're just waiting. What time of the news? A roll? You've got news. So 7:30 p.m. my time, so that's in just under 2 hours from now. So what's that? 10:30 a.m. UK time. I'm really good with times these days. Then also 30 minutes into my session, so 8:30 a.m. Eastern time for the US. You have final GDP, so that's going to be a big one. You've also got unemployment claims, which is another big one. So we'll see. There's not enough support in Australia. Yeah, no, there isn't. That's one thing there really isn't. There's not a huge Forex community here. But if you guys are around in Melbourne, man, I'd be happy to catch up with some of you for a beer and have a chat. Goats, just continue to have a quick look at EA. I certainly can. And that's another thing. I mean, if you guys join the VIP, you ask for it, and I'm definitely going to check it out for you as long as I'm awake. I'd be your Forex jukebox. Just tell me what track and I'll do it up for you. Weekly bearish, low high, low low to the previous as well. Let me clear all this mess. Used to be our whipping boy, EA, but no longer. Daily structure is also bearish. Long wick to downside that previous daily candle. I feel it needs to clear that. And below that level, you got some clean traffic to the left. So there'd obviously be some support on the minor time frames at that level. Having said that, seeing the current daily is already created an upper wick and is also creates lower wick. Was to continue bearish, it really has no need to pull back and break its own high. Let's see what we've got above that level. Perfect. We've got a 4-hour resistance at that level, and above it we've got some clean traffic to the left. So I'd be marking that level in. Structure wise, it's still bearish, so that becomes right now one of the potential levels I'd like to get involved in a trade, whether it be to the downside on rejection, or whether it be to the upside upon closure above, pull back, and continuation. See how easy it was to distinguish a level right off the bat. Got support at the low. Just mark it in because likely to be a 30-minute support. Yep, it is. So drag this across. What other confluences are there? Well, not flipping structure necessarily on the 30-minute. That won't happen until up here. However, what you will be doing is you've created the lowest point of the daily candle. if you do pull back up and sweep the daily high, as long as you close above it and tap back in, pull away from it, we've got clean traffic to the left hand side, there's a high probability price will make the move to the upside. If we pull back up only to reject it, then we know we're creating an equal high within the daily candle. We're expecting the daily high in line with the weekly candle direction, in line with the bias, in line with the structure on all time frames. This is a point of entry to look for a sell option. Further sells below the low upon continuation, and that is simply it. I will not buy it right now. It's in a big downtrend. I will not buy it from this support. Buys on this confirmation, this catalyst. Otherwise, I'd be looking for my potential sell options, and that would be all I'd be looking at on EA. See how simple that was. But the hardest part is just waiting. Most people can't wait. As soon as I learned to be patient, and that's when things changed big time, massive time. Sam, seems like resistance is strong to break at the moment. On gold, it does. 18 minutes left. Let's see. So this is our last hurrah, guys. This is our last chance. If this count closes bearish below support, we could have options. But right now we're consolidating, so there's nothing. DJ, forget it. TikTok, US 30. Sure thing. Let me have a look. All right, let me do analysis on it. Assuming it's been a bit of an uptrend, but similar to NAS, it's pulled back. All right, so weekly currently is forming a weak bearish candle, working higher the previous as a lower, higher low, higher high low. Based off that, I'd be calling it a weak bearish candle. Looking at the daily, structure wise, it's a tricky one. If we close the buffer you have here, technically bullish in structure, and we have now flipped the actual structure within the structure, if that makes sense. The micro trend bullish as well. Not only that, you got the previous daily candle closing back a weak bullish candle at previous resistance here to the left. So if price begins to break above the previous daily candle's high, that looks like a potential level for an entry to the upside in line with the structure. Also, look at that, lines up perfectly with a 4-hour resistance. So there you go. Above that level, definitely be interested in buying it on continuation. Above that resistance, upon continuation of a break of the previous daily candle's high. Now you can mark in these lows of support. You know, structure wise, it is, oh, that's a tricky one. I would say it's bearish on the 4-hour, but I would also say it flips back bullish above that level. So that, there you go, it's added confluence. Flips back bullish above 39,188. M30 structure is, oh, that's lion ball. It's above the resistance. You need a catalyst. You need a strong closure, perhaps MY. If you do get a strong closure above, then it's likely getting up to 39,160. But by far and away, the clean entry is above 39,188. If you can be patient enough to wait for price to move that up to that level. What you could do then, if it does reject, you know, you're going to get options to sell from that resistance as well. There's a level that price has reacted to 3 times here to the left hand side. There's also the 4-hour structure retest. So if it does respect that level, and I think I feel there's a high probability we'll head back down yet again. So what I would prefer for the buy option was for price to pull back. Now I would say this whole level is a potential level. This consolidation for price to pull back to form a support, look for catalyst within price action to head back up. So for me, I'd be looking for buys from above probably 39.06, so 39,060. If we do pop down now, tap in, and then close above 39,110, that's when I start to look trust this level as an option to buy it. 100% buys will look a lot better if that was to play out, similar to what I mentioned on Bitcoin yesterday, which eventually did play out had you waited. Yeah, so that would be the buys above, sells below, sells below resistance, and buys back above the high. That's what I'd be waiting for. So for buys above the current level, has to pop back down to this level. What I usually do for the Discord guys is I'll actually label the levels. So level A level B. And I'll say I want price to pop down to level A, and then close above before closing above level B to look for buys above level B, for instance, to tap into level C. I try to break it down that simple. That's if I can't do a recording. If I can't do a recording, I use labels and everything. So hopefully that makes sense. Gold and GJ not making much sense at the moment. What do we do? Sinner, you're a good man. You trade for people. I have done in the past. Yes, I have. At the moment, no. I trade for friends. I've traded for family. Patience management's key. Definitely is. 100%.
Do you creating a good rejection from the current level?
Yeah, starting to, but it's still heavy consolidation at the moment. I still feel it's best below 1.26266.
Yeah, the 1 hour looks like it's going to close bearish engulfing. That depends.
Yeah, the 1 hour looks alright. You could base it off that.
Yeah.
That's a different story. Alright, who's calling me from the UK, guys? Sinner. What did I miss? Or you type something in there. Patience, money management's key, definitely is. That's what I preach. Sinner, or do you provide signals or just course? No, I provide within my educational group. I provide some signals. Olympus entry sell on GU. It could be a sell based off the hourly, but it's a lot cleaner. I trade more so on the 30-minute time frame, so for me it'd be a lot cleaner below 1.26266. So right now, waiting gold. This is probably our last chance, guys. Gold in the next 11.5 minutes either closes above or below. That's probably our next chance. Saxy, sorry for being late. All good, man. Left, all good. The main thing, you haven't missed any trades because charts have just been pretty rank. The main thing I've announced that, first of all, the course is getting a massive makeover. Second of all, there's going to be some big giveaways to come. One of them lines up with the opening of VIP, which is now officially open. VIP is open, so find links to that up in the chat. Also in the description, there is a discount code for the first month, and it's OG VIP, and that gets you 30% off. So it ends up being $35 US a month, which, in all honesty, I'll be lucky at half of that when you include taxes and the 30% you got to pay to WAP as well, which is ridiculous. But I like the way they do it, so it is what it is. And the main one, well, for probably most of you anyway, would be the giveaway at the end of next month, which will be a challenge, funded challenge. I'll be giving away a funded challenge from my own pocket. So yeah, they were the big announcements. Sinner, how can you join the group? I can't post links into TikTok. It just doesn't let you do it. Oh, let me see. I'll try it one more time. I've never been able to. Nah. So this because of live settings? How do I change the settings then? No idea. Just look up. How can I share it? I have no idea. All right, this is what I'd say do. Go to wop.com and look up the A.C.T. on A.C.T. Forex Academy. Yeah. That's the best way to do it. Have you put it in the bio? Otherwise you can try Linktree. Yeah, it's on the social media, so follow me on oh shit, I haven't put it on IG yet. The best way to go about it is finding me on YouTube, you know, and anyone on TikTok. Just look me up on YouTube. A.C.T. A.C.T.Forex on YouTube, and you can find a link on the homepage and also under the description in the live stream. So personalization, yeah, it is. It's one of those ones because there's a lot of news to come, both the Bank of England and the US dollar. So it's waiting 7 minutes to see how this closes. Not even going to look at GJ, forget it. It's just not going to give an option right now. And the free Discord community is open, guys. If you're not joined that, make sure to do so. I'll still be around in there. I'll still be answering questions and all. And you guys are more than welcome to send an analysis, and I will do my best to take a look at it in due time. Gold is super indecisive. It definitely is at the moment. It's shit house, isn't it, Gbpjpy? MLA, are we shorting gold? I'm not doing nothing right now. So, you know, all good. Not a problem. In your own time, man. MLA, what's my take on gold? My take on gold is simply at the moment, it's in a downtrend. However, it is at a higher time frame support, so I feel if it does begin to pop above this resistance formed at the support, but I'd like to see a nice strong closure above it. Then that's us ready to head back up a little bit, create a deeper pullback. And it doesn't mean it's going to be a sustained pullback because we're in a overall downtrend. So what I'd be looking for is price to reject. Where could we reject? We look to the left to see previous levels. We've got perhaps this level here, 2306. Where price could pull up, reject, form some resistance, potentially head back down. We've got this level here to be wary of as well, not too far above that resistance, so you need to probably manage your trade once price taps into it in case it does reject. Otherwise, what we've done at the resistance is form some minor support. We're just consolidating above that support at the moment, below the resistance. So if price was to close below it, in my opinion, the high probability it's going to head back down towards 229750. Whether or not you're going to have the margin to take the trade upon the confirmation, what remains to be seen, because what it's doing right now is building up liquidity. Consolidation means liquidity. So when it does break, it could break with volume, but I'm not willing to risk it because how do you know which candle is going to make the move? The amount of times you'll see a candle pop up, pop back down, up, down, It's ridiculous. And in the meantime, you're caught out in a buy, stopped out, caught out in a sell, stopped out. So you literally just wait for it to choose. If it so happens to choose that it's going to break to the downside, closes just below 22.99.50, I'd be looking for it to pull back, tap back in, and there's your sell option. If it closes above it, same thing, pull back, tap in, there's your buy option. Very simple. Right now, it's just not ready for nothing. All good, all good. Thanks for the question. John Sparks, good to see you. Haven't seen you on here for a while. Hope you're well. Don't quit stream, brother. I am not regular, but I enjoy you now. No, I'm not quitting streaming. Don't worry. Streams aren't going nowhere. Streams will be here for the long haul, my friend. So it's all good. I appreciate the support. The streams will always be here for free on YouTube. So yeah. You're a solid trader for sure. I appreciate it. Tough couple of weeks for me, but good to see you here as always. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, it's, to be honest, it's been a really good month. A really good month. The last few months have been cracking months. Last week started poorly. First on the Monday, took 2 losses, and after that didn't take another loss for the week. I think it was 4 wins for the rest of the week. The week prior to that was 6 wins and 1 break even. And the week prior to that was on stream. I think that was my worst week of the year. That was 3 losses, 2 wins, and 1 break even. So all in all, it's still a positive month, still a good month. It just requires patience. And that is one of my strongest assets in my training is been waiting patiently, having the discipline to wait. And if you're in VIP right now, I might jump on later. If you guys are around, I might jump on. Trizza? No, but probably will. In all honesty, I probably will. And I'm going to give away a funded challenge at the end of next month. Probably a 10k challenge. John Sparks. That could be something happening in the future as well. Could be an option. All right, gold, just over a minute left. Is it going to close above? How's the hourly look? It's not great because it's a really weak candle. And we're still below that resistance. Really needs to shoot up in the next 30 seconds. Per the rule, closure above, and then I'm going to look to buy it. If it doesn't close above, it's not an entry, it's not valid. Come on, pop up a little bit more, and then if it pops straight up at the open, then I'm not entering. I want it to pop back down. This is not good. This is not what I want. I want it to close right up, if nothing else. Yeah, nah. The only way I would ever consider it if is that candle closed a little bit higher up, the new candle opened up straight, popped straight up to break that resistance. Would not have entered at that point, would have simply waited for it to pull back, create its lower wick, reject this previous resistance, hold support at that level, so grab liquidity from the downside and then begin to break its own high again. So that's something I'm familiar with within price action. That's something I would take every single day of the week. We took it yesterday on stream for a nice win at the very beginning of the stream, but to the downside. Right now, it's just not valid in my opinion. If it goes, it goes. All good. Not fast. So strict, really strict. Once again, stick to all of this. Over 100 pages. I'm contemplating adding this to the WAP, but I kind of feel bad for all the people who've already paid for it. That's the only thing. Maybe I can work out a deal. All right, so gold, yeah, it looks like it's gonna break. All good. Not chasing it just now. Alright guys, TikTok. It's more of you on stream than YouTube. You guys rock. Thank you. Rejection. This just shows why, unless it's absolutely perfect for me, why I won't take it. TikTok guys, if you're not already follow, make sure to do so. Jump across to YouTube at some point. You get access to the giveaways now on YouTube. You can see my face on YouTube. Modge. Like 17. Am I buying? No, I'm not buying. Didn't get it right, Catalyst. Yeah, this counts close above or right near the high. And seeing it didn't, I wanted this count to pop up, then pop back down, then pop up, back up again. So grab liquidity from the upside, then trigger in some sellers, grab liquidity from the downside, stop out those sellers, trigger in more buyers, and that's when I trust it. But at this rate, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. TikTok went to 1 minute chart, scroll to the left. When the range started happening, it's pushed down. In a 1 minute delayed breakout is probably only half decent entry right now. This popped back down to retest that zone and then broke for the second time. Time. Yeah, it's going to break now. Oh, good. All right. So here's Gonski at the moment. That's all good. Sometimes I'll get my option, sometimes I won't, but it's all good. One of those quiet days, quiet sensation. For me, it is. Everything is moving about the right confirmation. But that's all good. I just need to be wary of the fact and not jump in recklessly. Sometimes it's going to make the move without me, other times it won't. So rules are there for a reason, to protect you. So that's it. But to be honest guys, I only get going because I have work to do. I need a break prior to a coaching session. Plus I will likely jump on with the few VIP members who I have already in the VIP group for just a quick NY call, maybe for an hour or so. We'll see what we can come up with. And yeah, in the meantime guys, like I said, it's open. Details are down below in the description for the guys on YouTube. There is that discount code for the first month, and if you do join in the first month, you will carry that across for however long you stay within the group at the same price. So have to think about it. And also good, make sure to smash that like button, a few more to get to that 50. I'll be on tomorrow from 7:30 AM UK time guys. Don't forget, tomorrow's late start. TikTok, appreciate you. Just send me a DM if you want to know anything more about what I do. You're more than welcome to. Make sure to join the free Discord group if you have not done so yet. I'll still be about in that as well, so make sure to do so. And yeah, I think that's about a wrap. Well done today on just a quiet stream, but some good education nonetheless. I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. UK time. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers, brother. I'll catch you later.
All right. Yep.